I now know the exact size that the dial ring and everything is going to be. And I know exactly what the smallest that the inside of the case of the clock can be, and still have everything fit. When I cut up the segments for this dial ring, I made 12 of them to match the 12 hours on the dial. So when I glue the dial to the dial board, I want to make sure that it's glued up in such a way that it either comes between the two segment joints or right at a segment joint. If I accidentally get it off just a little bit, when these segments are stained, it's going to be obvious that maybe this one here might be noticeably darker than this one here. And then everything's going to look kind of lopsided. And I do have a faint recollection of making a mistake like that once. Once the dial is glued down, that's it. If I was to make a mistake like that, I probably would have to glue another dial right over top of this dial. And I would have wasted a dial. Now might be a really good time to comment on a question that I just got last night from a viewer, because I just used the monitor here this morning, and he wanted to know, how do I connect the monitor to the camera? Do I use an HDMI cable? Well, the answer is yes, and I'm very careful not to put extra stress on that connection inside the camera. Well, here I am back in CorelDRAW, and I know exactly what size the components are, so I'll know exactly what size to make the case. But you know, what should it look like? I want it to look kind of nice. Don't want it to look like some big clunky thing. Well, I just spent about 3 hours here trying to figure out a good design, and I definitely want to have spindles. So I'm going to have 6 spindles, 3 on each end. And you can see the view from the top and the bottom and from the side. Now, if I was to take the top off, you can look down inside and see all the different little pieces of wood and also the movement. I know it's not a very good drawing, but it's to scale. Gives me an idea of what I have to make. Anyway, I think that's about it for the drawings. Well, I realized that today's episode just didn't seem to go anywhere. Nothing interesting to look at. I apologize. However, in the next episode, I'll be changing the cutters on the shaper here. I'll be taking this 2x6 and cutting it into the top and the bottom for the clock, and then I'll be passing it through the shaper and see if it's going to make a nice sculpted top and bottom. I think it will. And anyway, there's going to be about a 10-day break here for those of you who are watching this on YouTube, and thank you very much, by the way. So that's going to be it for a while. I guess all I can say now is thanks for watching.